We're here at the Resources Rising Stars Conference in the Gold Coast, and it's a great pleasure to have one of the big stories of the last few years presenting here. I've got Alex Dorsch, the Managing Director of Chalice Mining with me. Good day, Alex. How are you going?
Good, Nick. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Alex, a lot's happened for Chalice since you were last in the Gold Coast, and you've got some pretty big news to come this year as well. Just give us a quick snapshot of where the project's up to.
Yeah, no, we've had a big 2 years, obviously, since the Julimar discovery has obviously transformed the company. We put out a maiden resource late last year. We're about to update that resource for the Gonville deposit. That's going to come out in early July. We've got multiple rigs now drilling north of the resource as well in the State Forest area, which is obviously a very anticipated drill program. And then in the third quarter of this year, we're going to release the first study for the Gonville deposit as well, which will be the first indication of what Julimar as a mine could be.
So tell us about Julimar. It's quite a unique deposit. We've been hearing about future-facing metals. Why is it such a strategic deposit?
I think it's just particularly in the nickel space, there's just been very, very few Class 1 or sulfide nickel discoveries of late. So the Gonville discovery, obviously, and the larger Julimar discovery is just a standout in the last 20 years in terms of discoveries of that size happening. The other thing that makes it obviously very special is the polymetallic nature of it. So it's not just a pure nickel discovery. It's got cobalt, copper, platinum, palladium, as well as a bit of gold in it. So it's a very interesting mix of metals, obviously very relevant for a whole range of green technologies and obviously decarbonisation technologies.
So from what we've seen in the drilling, it's clearly going to get a lot bigger. Can you tell us about what's happening to the north? You recently secured some key access approvals there.
Yeah, so this is a very much anticipated program that we've got happening now. The drilling we're doing now is a wide-spaced initial test of what looks to be the same sort of continuation of the same geology at Gonville for up to 30 kilometres. We know some of our competitors up to 40, 50 kilometres north of us have hit very similar geology to Gonville, very similar sulfide mineralisation. We've also hit sulfide mineralisation sort of 20, 25 kilometres north of the deposit, so we're obviously very excited to drill that first 10 kilometres of strike length immediately north of Gonville. We're very optimistic that there's not only a continuation of the Gonville deposit to be an extension of the Gonville deposit, but potentially even additional discoveries or standalone discoveries that hopefully leads to, like you said, an improved and increased resource base for the project.
Fantastic. Thanks for joining us today, Alex.
Pleasure.